Hello and welcome back to BookTube with Amy. Today is going to be my next sustainable book book unboxing, the first of the new year. So for anybody who is new to the channel or haven't watched any of these videos before, last year I started a project where I wanted to have a book subscription set up, but I was looking for something that was going to be a more sustainable option. I think the way the world is at the minute, everybody is being a wee bit more environmentally focused, and I try to be really responsible when it comes to my consumerism in other areas of my life, but specifically with my books. Majority of me and Simon's book collection are second hand. You know what, I don't buy new books where I can avoid it. I try to wait till I can get them second hand so that it isn't having as huge an impact on the environment. And I've subscribed to quite a few different book boxes in the past, but I wanted something that was going to be good for me and also good for the environment. My two favourite book boxes that I've ever been subscribed to were my Chronicle book box. I had the sci-fi and fantasy book box, and then Fairy Loot. And so I was looking for something that was going to make me feel as excited as both of those boxes did, something that I really look forward to it arriving, but also something that was going to be a bit more beneficial for the planet. So last year I ran this, I think, for 10 months, and I got a different one every single month, and I kept the genre the same. I picked YA fantasy where I was able to pick my genres so that I could really have a close comparison. But what happened last year was I ended up with quite a fair few duplicate books, and I didn't really want that to happen this year. So this year I'm going to mix the genre up a wee bit, and you know, I'm obviously trying to read a wee bit more widely in terms of my genres. So I am going to have a set genre this year. I'm going to shake it up and see how that affects my enjoyment of these boxes. The way that I find these boxes is a bit of a mix. So I try to do one where I'm supporting a company or a business, and then the next again month I'll try to get a box through Etsy where I'm supporting a small independent seller. And I did that back and forward all through last year, and it's the way that I'm going to do it this year as well. So kicking us off today is a box from Etsy. So I rate these boxes in 4 different categories. I rate them on price because I want it to be a wee bit of a bargain. I want to feel like I am getting bang for my buck and I am getting my money's worth. I rate it on luxury because, like I say, I want it to be something that I'm going to be really excited about. I want it to be something that makes me feel like I'm treating myself, and you know, I'm going to have a really good reading experience. So not just the books but the other stuff that is included to like treat myself. And then I rate it on quality book, with most of these being second-hand books. I want to make sure that the quality of them is decent, and then also in terms of quality book, I want to make sure that it is a book that, you know, would actually be read, or you know, how well known is it? Have they just went into Poundland and bought a whack of books for there and are sending them out in these, or are they by, you know, well-known authors or titles that I might have heard of? And then lastly, I rate it on sustainability, which is obviously the biggest category. So I'm going to rank, you know, are the books pre-loved? Is the packaging recyclable, and you know, is it proportionate to what they have sent me? Do the company or independent seller do anything in terms of sustainable goals? Do they try to offset any of their carbon emissions, things like that? And then, you know, is there anything in the box that is going to encourage me to be a wee bit more sustainable in my everyday life? So they are the categories that I rate on. Nothing has changed for last year. They're still the categories that I'm going to rate on. Let's jump into the box. So I got this one from a seller on Etsy called You'll Find Me Reading. So this is a mystery book bundle, like most of these book boxes are. I don't know the books that I have picked, but I picked literary fiction this time as my genre of choice to see what type of books I get here. The books are pre-loved and I get 3 of them in here. So let's get it opened. And so here's a wee card here with the seller's details on it. This is how it comes. which is very cute. Obviously it's great that it's the brown paper, that's recyclable. This wee paper bag in the front is going to be recyclable as well. Ken what is terrible about me, right? And this is a trait that comes directly from my Granny Betty, right? My Granny Betty will try to save everything she can. Like if you gear a gift bag, it's getting reused. If there's nice wrapping paper, she's going to try and open something. Like if there are bows or ribbons, they're getting kept and they're getting reused. And this has got this like lovely leaf string on it, and like seeing my head, I'm like, oh, didn't rip that, you can maybe use that. Like what am I going to use it for? Nothing. I didn't journal anymore, so it's not like it's going to go into a journal or whatever, but in my head I'm like, that's pretty, you should keep that. And that is Betty oil the back, so as it is. I mean, it is lovely, but can't be hoarding string, ken what I mean? So there's two wee tea lights in here that are scented. They are like berry scented. I have a wee postcard in here. This is an Alice's Adventures in Wonderland postcard. That'll definitely be getting used as a bookmark. I then have a bookmark. It says, the cure to boredom is books, and it's got a wee turtle on it. And then I have a Lion's coffee bag. And then I have a wee tea as well. This is lemon, ginger and honey. And again, pucka tea bags. I get a lot of these in book boxes. They are fully biodegradable. They can go in your food bin. And then I have a wee Biscoff biscuit. Let's get into the first book. There's like fresh lavender stapled, no it isn't, sellotaped to this first book. Oh, and I absolutely love lavender. And as soon as I opened this, like that's what I got a whiff of. So I assumed that the candles were going to be lavender scented before I realised it was attached to this. So the first book I have received is Queenie by Candice Carty-Williams. This is quite a well-known book and quite beloved. I actually already have this on my shelves, but I'm not going to hold that against the book box too much. It looks good. It's obviously a book that I would be interested in reading because I already own it. So I'm pleased to have received this one. The condition of this is really good. There's like one wee break down the spine, but it's not super prominent. If that's something that is going to bug you, and you know there's no other than some wee phrase at the edges, which happens anyway. There's no significant damage or anything like that to the book at all. Happy with the condition of that one. Let's see what the next book is. So this one is The Sunday Lunch Club by Juliet Ashton. I haven't heard of this one before, but the cover looks nice. So this sounds like it is a wee bit of a family drama. Our main character Anna has quite a big extended family, and she sort of needs to try and keep them all together during a time of turbulence and aging grandparents. I am not sure if this is a book that I would ordinarily pick up for myself based on the synopsis. I don't really think that this sounds up my street really, but if anybody has read this and you feel differently, please let me know down below. The condition of this one's really good as well. There is some more prominent cracks on the spine on this one. That never bugs me when it comes to a used book. I know that some people really hate that, but that is something that never bothers me at all because I buy so many used books. Like I'm just so accustomed to it. But other than that, there are no issues at all. None of the pages or anything are damaged. There's no any wee scribble marks or anything in there. So again, really good condition. On to the last book. So this is The Secret Diary of Henrik Groen, 83 and a quarter years old. I actually just got this as part of Simon's Christmas, so again this is a book that we already own, although it was one that I wanted to read for myself also. I think that it'll be very funny. I love an older protagonist in a book, and any time there is an older protagonist in a book I'm probably going to give it a go. So again, another book that I wanted to read because I already own it, and another book that I know about, which is good. Overall thoughts on the box. So you know, the books are good quality, they're good condition. Two of them I already own, which is a wee bit unfortunate. I get that there is a gamble with mystery book boxes, 1000%, but I've seen so many other sellers who are like link me your Goodreads list so that I know what you've read, or like, you know, if your physical TBR's big, you know, send me your Goodreads, everything that you own, so that they can have a wee flick through and make sure that you don't already have that book. So I have seen other sellers who go to the effort to do that to make sure that you don't get a duplicate, because to be honest, like 2 of them are going to go straight to my local charity shop because I already own them, and the one that I didn't own, I don't really think sounds like a me book. We'll see. I didn't know what I'm going to rate the quality of the book yet. I'm still going over that in my head. In terms of the treats, like, I really like the coffee. Obviously pleased about that. I don't think, I mean, I can't see anything to say that these are handmade or, you know, like soy candles or anything like that. So to me, I feel like these are maybe just a mass-produced pack of tea lights that have been redistributed, like as part of this box, which fine, but no real sustainable benefits here. In terms of the bookmark and the postcard and stuff, you know, this type of stuff added in book boxes, it always sort of does my head in, because I'm not going to really use this. Like, you can never have too many bookmarks, right? But I'm probably not going to use this. They'll probably just go in the recycling, you know. I don't think that the treats in this box are that astounding. I'll have a wee think and I'll do my scoring and we'll come back. So, right, let's chat categories. For price, this box was £12.80. That's not including the postage, so I paid postage on top of that. And I actually think that that's pretty steep for what I received. Bearing in mind, these are 3 used books. You know, I could go to a charity shop and literally get that for £1.50. So I think that £12.80 is a bit steep. I don't feel like the treats are enough to make up that price disparity. So therefore, for price, I'm going to give this a 2. I don't think that it's the best. For luxury, I don't really feel like I've treated myself. To be honest, I was really excited with switching genre because I thought that the chances of me getting doublers were going to be slim to none. I mean, I don't read a lot of literary fiction, I don't pick up a lot of literary fiction, so there are very few literary fiction books that I have on my shelf. So the fact that I got 2 duplicates, I just feel is a bit gutting, to be honest. And like the one book that isn't a duplicate, I am not sure is up my street. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to add it to my TBR, even if it then becomes a self-destruct book at some point. But I didn't feel like the books have treated me, and in terms of the wee treats and extras I got, like, they are just okay. There's nothing to write home about. So for luxury, I'm going to give this box a 2. I don't feel like I have really treated myself either. For quality, I do need to rate it higher for quality. I'm going to give it a 3 for quality because the condition of the books, although varied, like, they are not too bad at all. And the fact that I would read 2 of these books out of 3 if I didn't already own them, I think suggests that she's, you know, the owner of this company is obviously picking good books, and books that maybe a wider audience is going to enjoy. It's just unfortunately I already own 2 of them, so I'm going to give it a 3 for quality. And then for sustainability, so it gets a point because the books are pre-loved. It gets a point because the packaging can mostly be recycled, other than the plastic that was round the outside of it. However, Etsy, because I have purchased it through a seller through them, Etsy also carbon offset any costs of packaging and also the delivery of this to me, so that I know that this getting to my door was absolutely carbon free. It didn't add to my carbon footprint. It's not something that I personally need to try and offset because Etsy have already offset that for me. Therefore, this box gets a 3 for sustainability, which means in total it gets a 10 out of 20. Not exactly starting the new series with a bang, I have to say, but it's bang in the middle. It's a no bad box. I think that if you're maybe somebody who doesn't own a lot of books, you know, your chances of getting a doubler here is going to be less. But also, if you're maybe looking to get somebody a wee bookish gift, this might be quite nice to gift them, somebody who's maybe just starting out their book collection. And you can pick your genre, so if literary fiction isn't your bag, you can pick YA fantasy, or you can pick crime thriller also. It was only 3 genres, so it was a wee bit more limited than some of the other book boxes I've picked before. Bang in the middle, I've had worse. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying everything that you're reading at the moment. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!